Hi, iKargos is back with top logistics news updates for the period from the 1st to the 30th of November 2024. If you like our updates, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Global trends: air cargo surge. Air cargo rates are rising, driven by increased demand due to sea freight challenges and a push for faster deliveries across the world. Supply chain disruptions. Global supply chains continue to face disruptions due to various factors like climate change, geopolitical tensions due to ongoing wars, and labor shortages, etc. Digital transformation. The logistics industry is increasingly adopting digital technologies to improve efficiency, transparency, and visibility. Regional highlights. Increase of air freight by Inditex from India. Inditex, the parent company of Zara, has increased its use of air freight from India to Spain to mitigate shipping delays. This strategy led to a 37% increase in air shipments fare over the past year, with air freight share rising from 44% to 70%. While this approach helps prevent delays and potential overstock losses, it has resulted in a 37% surge in transport emissions. Grain barge shipping resumption in Brazil. Barge transportation of soybeans and corn resumed along Tapajós River of Brazil at 50% capacity after being halted in early October 2024 due to drought. River levels increased due to heavy rainfall, allowing operations to restart. Similarly, grain transport on the Madeira River, suspended since September 2024, has returned to normal capacity. These rivers are vital for transporting grain from Mato Grosso, the largest farming state of Brazil. During the drought, traders redirected cargo to southern and southeastern ports, increasing costs. Warehouse acquisition plans of London Metric. London Metric Property plc has plans to invest hundreds of millions of pounds to acquire warehouses over the next year. The company aims to increase its warehouse portfolio from 45% to 50% of its £6.2 billion property holdings across the United Kingdom. This strategy is driven by strong rental growth in warehouses, fueled by rising demand from online shopping and limited availability. London Metric sold £234 million worth of non-core properties in 2024 and plans to sell an additional £300 million in 2025. USA port congestion. Major U.S. ports like Los Angeles and Long Beach are experiencing congestion, leading to delays and increased costs of logistics. Rail freight challenges. Rail freight operations in the U.S. are facing challenges due to labor shortages and infrastructure issues all over. Drug smuggling attempt foiled in Australia. Australian authorities arrested Andy Darwood, a 47-year-old businessman from Sydney, for attempting to smuggle 237 kilograms of MDMA from Germany. The drugs were concealed in a shipping container labelled car parts. Upon arrival, Australian Border Force officers discovered the illicit substance and allowed the container to proceed to a Western Sydney logistics facility linked to Darwood. Evidence including electronic devices and communications with offshore cryptocurrency accounts was found at his home. Darwood faces charges for attempting to import a commercial quantity of MDMA and dealing with proceeds of crime. Bid for Beacon Roofing supply of QXOs. QXO, a building products distribution company based in Greenwich, Connecticut, has made a bid to acquire Beacon Roofing supply valued at approximately $6.2 billion. Beacon is recognized as the leading public distributor of roofing materials in the USA and Canada. The acquisition aligns with QXO's strategy to scale through multiple acquisitions across different sectors. The talks are expected to conclude by the end of the year. Inauguration of Peru's Port of Chancay. The first stage of Peru's Port of Chancay, to be completed by the end of 2024, was inaugurated on November 14, 2024, in a ceremony attended online by Chinese leader Xi Jinping and Peruvian President Dina Boluarte. The Costco Peru vessel and the new Shanghai vessel commenced unloading operations following the inauguration. Termination of DFDS Ecol Logistics deal. DFDS, a Danish shipping and logistics company, announced the termination of its share purchase agreement with Ecol Logistics. DFDS had planned to acquire Ecol's international transport network connecting Turkey and Europe to expand its Mediterranean ferry services. However, due to unmet contractual conditions by the agreed deadline, the deal, initially announced in April, will not proceed further. DHL Express expands in Australia. DHL Express unveiled a new $32 million sorting and handling facility in Adelaide to enhance its logistics network in Australia, driven by growing trade with Asia. The facility is expected to reduce transit times by allowing shipments to bypass other Australian cities and travel directly to Singapore. The new 8,600 square meter site is 4 times larger than the previous one and features an advanced direct load system. Chinese logistics operators expand USA warehousing. Chinese logistics operators are significantly increasing their warehouse space in the USA due to shifts in global trade and supply chain strategies. Prologis reports that China-based logistics and e-commerce companies accounted for 20% of net new warehouse leasing in the USA through the third quarter of this year, a notable rise from past years. Companies such as Alibaba, JD.com, and third-party logistics firms like Western Post, Lekangs, and Logistek have expanded their USA logistics footprint, particularly in key areas near ports. Africa infrastructure development. African countries are investing in infrastructure projects to improve connectivity and facilitate trade. E-commerce. Growth. E-commerce is growing rapidly in Africa, creating new opportunities for logistics providers. Thanks for watching. See you in the next update.